Good morning, guys. Oh, don't do that. Hope everybody's doing good. I just got done watching Mark work on his escort. He went live earlier this morning, and I wasn't up yet. Um, Working on my work clothes clean this morning before I go to work this afternoon, and getting our hot tub cleaned. I thought while I was letting the water drain out of the hot tub, I would get down here and work on the sunny. I wanted to come back and re-add this molding to the sunny. Mark, I wanted to say thanks for the kind words this morning on your video. Um, I appreciate what you said. Um, I'm just in it for the hobby. Um, there's other people that, need different kind of satisfaction, I guess. And me, I like to do it to make sure everybody's enjoying it. I like how you saved your escort stance this morning. I know you ran into some other work, but you know, if it was easy, everybody would do it, and it wouldn't be a very challenging hobby. Um, Now you got the experience of doing it, and like you said, Mark, um, you do have the intelligence to watch somebody and know, what to do. Um, I appreciate that you looked to me for advice yesterday, and that today you went ahead and challenged yourself to do the repair. I think it's looking good, Mark. And don't throw it in the bin. Um, you never know, it might be a kit that I can get from you, and I can turn into a station wagon. Good morning, everybody. I see a lot of the guys in the community are all jumping on the 48-hour build. That's pretty good. Um, that's really good. Hello, Jeff. John Paul. Morning part time. I know it's kind of early here. It's only about 8 o'clock here. Um, I work this afternoon, so I'm up early getting some stuff done. I'll lay back down here in a little bit and take a nap before I go. Um, I work graveyard shifts, so I can't sleep all day or I'll be hella tired on the way home at 4 in the morning. What I'm doing right now, guys, I'm putting that molding back on. If you guys can't see that, focus. Yeah, I didn't work last night, John, so I'm not going to bed yet. I'll go to bed here in a little bit. So usually what I do, guys, I'll get me a long piece like this, and instead of trying to bend my curve and do my curves and all that, I start off in the center like so, and then I move around. Usually what I do is, since I'm making a molding and I already know that this door line was the straight part and the factory part, I start off on it. if you guys are into video games, my little brother has a game channel, and he's just recently started to get into doing the Warhammer stuff. Now, I don't play Warhammer, I just like painting the figures and whatnot. And what I do is make sure that right there gets stuck down. Then I'll bring my glue down. I'm using super glue for this. Damn it. That in there. Hello, George. I was up doing some household chores, brother, and I'm waiting for the hot tub to dry out, so I'm doing this. Hello, Ron. Yeah, I seen a lot of you guys taking part in the 48-hour build. Sorry I can't take part in that with you guys because of my work schedule. But it's great to see you guys getting involved in the community stuff. I've seen Hunter mention the Ferrari build him and Aries are doing. Is still going on. It's just on hold while Aries and them enjoy their summer. Aries and them in Canada, they don't get the summer weather like we get here, so they got to take advantage of all that when the weather is good up there. Another person that takes advantage of good weather is George and Pete. Man, they live up there in the New York, New Jersey area. When we bitch about a 3-inch snow, they're getting 33 inches of snow. Yeah, when Chip did it, I would do it in the weekday, and then I'd just share it with you guys through the pictures. But he asked me to do it after you guys had done it, so that way people wasn't pre-starting. I can do a 48-hour build, I just can't do it when you guys do it because of work and everything. Trying to get that mold line back in there, guys. I think that cleaned it up a lot, just by adding that little molding in there. I think that cleans it up a lot. Now we gotta trim it down, right? Thanks, Jeff. Yeah, I had to, with the different layers of the roof, I had to do some build up first, and I think I got the body work where it needed to be. That molding back on. Not sure I want to put a molding around the back door just yet. You guys get a chance to go check out George's 510. Beautiful little car. Wonder if Jason's had that little baby yet. If you guys noticed yesterday, he was anxiously waiting the birth of a baby. I know this morning he was in Mark's live show. I missed Mark's live show. Dude, speaking of looking really good, Stig, love that XB, dude. Guys, Stig just finished his XB. Go check out his channel to see it, to see the video up a bit. He did some hydro dipping, some regular painting. Sheesh, that little truck is killer. Interior psychedelic, the paint job psychedelic. Stig, you outdid yourself totally on that build, dude. Sorry, guys, I had to pull that up. All right, so I got the molding back on all the way around. Don't know if I want to do something across this back door. A little molding, I don't know. Dude, trying different things is one thing, Stig. You nailed it. That little truck is just sick, dude. That little truck is just something else. Got my tea this morning. Got a lot of cleanup to do. I was worried about the interior, guys. So what I went ahead and did, the floorboard on this is part of the interior. So I'll have to flock all that, paint all that, and flock it. I still got to build all the interior panels for the motor. Because if I don't, here's what the interior panels look like. If we don't build the motor, if we don't build the engine bay. This is what I had to do on Bananas too. I don't know if Dennis and Degon built the engine bay, but I know both of their trucks have engines. It just leaves it too plain. I mean, it doesn't look bad. Definitely we'll have to build a firewall. Oop, right there. Definitely we'll have to build a firewall. I could leave the sides like that, but I don't know if I want to yet with this being a Datsun build and not a Nissan thing. But I had to glue the interior. I went ahead and glued the panels to the inside. Got a little bit of trimming here. I want to do this for my own taste. You see that line, just so I have enough room for the windshield. But the interior, you know, it slides in there. It's all in there now. Focus. So we'll get that all together. And then what I plan on doing is might have to section part of this chassis just right here at these little humps to get inside where it's actually supposed to set. But this is where everything sets. I need to trim. Yeah, that's right. I forgot I got to trim that panel out right there. Tend to. I have to build a firewall. I have to build. See what we got. We got to build a firewall. We got to build a core support, radiator support, however you guys want to call that one. Here in the States, we call them core supports. Well, I was supposed to be working on the GTR, and then this thing came to life, and I actually need to get back to the GTR, but man, I'm really liking this. So really the next few stages really is getting this thing down to, I got to fill that in. Getting this thing tuned in, like there's basically what's left now is to focus on all the regular body work. Hey, Josh. Hey, Stig, I know Josh has had his 3D printer a couple years now, maybe a year and a half. So if you ever need any help, Stig, subscribe to Josh, and maybe he'll be able to help you, whether it is to, you know, maybe he can help you learn if you need help with slicing or, you know, something like that. I know Josh has been doing a lot with his printer, making some really cool stuff. Stig, the wheels that we're going to use for this one, they're going to be the Tekno TRVs. Tekno TRVs. Yeah. I told Josh a while back, I want a mech robot, but I don't want to buy the Games Workshop one because to get some of the robots I want, like the I can't think of the name now. He's like $60 just for two little robots. They come with the captain, and then they'll have two robots. I got these off of eBay, from a place called Tokyo Hobby. But then when it came to me, they charged me $770 for the wheels and $740 for shipping, and I didn't know that. They didn't combine shipping, so I spent just as much on shipping as I did the wheels, and we bought 10 sets at once. But then when they came to me, Stig, 3 of the wheels from them now, and then you can get a combined shipping and everything. Palace, Japan. From them now, and then you can get a combined shipping and everything. Palace, Japan. Yeah, we got all kinds of different ones. We're doing the Yayoi. We're doing the Yayoi for Pete. We're putting these wheels on Scaled Worlds build. Yeah, hey, Stig, cheap kits too, buddy. You can get this from Japan for $22. And here in the States, they're pushing like $50 a piece. And I just noticed that it's listed up there now. Like I say, some things come and go. Like right now, there's a lot of cool looking little kits, but they're all sold out, so you gotta wait. But go in there and check. Yeah, they got some they got some wheels up there right now for $5 a set. US cost. I don't know what your pound will be. Um, yeah, go take a look. I think the newer style XB, not the kind that you have, not the kind you just built, but the newer rounder style. I think it's up there for $14 US. Um, so if they ship to the US, they're going to ship to the UK where you're at, brother. You know. No, I don't know which direction to go. Kind of didn't know if I wanted to pillar this or not. Talking to Punch, he suggested that I move the whole doorpost back, but I didn't want to do that. Some are, John, but then some are worth it though. Like I don't know, leave the long window or put a pillar in the middle, something like that. I don't know. I like the long window look. Don't get me wrong. No, I think that would, John. I think that would defeat the purpose if I made it a sedan delivery. That's just my take on it. I don't think I want a sedan delivery. I think I want to see the windows. Pete says I should do make it a delivery truck. Not like a sedan delivery, but like a parts runner truck. And I told him I didn't know yet. We'll look into it. We'll see what we could come up with. Here's something else that I started tweaking with last night. I took a front bumper from Pete's kit that he's already got. And then I did some cutting up on it because on the regular stock bumper, here, I'll pull out a stock bumper. Because on a stock bumper, it has the indentions for the blinkers, because the blinkers set right here. And then the bumper will go over the cross of it. So what I did is I took what was supposed to be a vent like this. I made it straight. Dang, that looks good there, straight on there. So I straightened it out instead of being bent. I think I kind of like that. I might do that with the other one. And then I kind of straighten it out. And I drilled holes back here. I just need to find a way. And I was going to make a step. So that way, you know, being a wagon, I was going to make a step out of it. I think that's what we'll work on now. See what a step looks like. Hope you guys have a good weekend. I'll be stuck at work. George, I saw you here a minute ago. Are you at work this weekend? Sometimes George has to do 48 hours on, guys, with the fire department. Sometimes he does 24 on, 24 off. So, you know, sometimes the schedule is a bit crazy. I'm rounding off the edge because see how I rounded the edge? See how the edge is rounded there? So we got to run off the edge to make sure they're going to get a fitment in there. You're at work today, Josh? So make a step. Yeah. Yeah, I'll go in. I'm not at work yet. I don't go in till 4. I'll leave here at 2, though, because it's an hour to get there. Then once I get to work, I'll find out if I'm in the freezer or where I'm at. We've been so short-handed here lately. Sometimes I don't know what job I'm doing until I get there. And like I was telling another guy I know, they're hiring him at good money, but it seems like people nowadays just don't want to work, no matter what you're paying them. You know what? I'm going to put that there. Oh, you son of a gun. I must have flipped flattle. I feel like watching a movie today before I go to bed, but I got too much to do. One of my favorite movies is Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Just funny. I've always really enjoyed that movie. I like it when they think Pete was turned into a frog. He said them sirens trying to turn Pete into a frog. And then George Clooney said, well, serves him right. He's trying to love up to them sirens. Trying to make like a step bumper, guys. Being that it's a wagon. So if we do that, get some tet in there. Let it sit like that. See what we get. It's like sometimes I don't know if it's you guys get the same way, but sometimes I get to fighting Mojo and I just start and work on something, then all of a sudden something just clicks and I can't put it down, you know. Then once all that dries, we'll trim it up. Morning, Lism. Once that's all dried up, I'll go in there and reshape it. Cash, you working today? No, Cash actually does real cars too, guys. Yeah. Yeah, you're one of my friends that deserves a day off, Cash. Just so you can get time to yourself, dude. You're always working and you work late. He's on that money train, guys. Cash, what clear do you guys prefer to use at the shop? some of our viewers, um, they're wanting to get into the 2K clear, and I told them that I use Matrix, and Nason, which is like a bottom shelf PPG, DuPont. I mean, and I just thought I'd get your intake on it while you're here. I'm gonna angle this. Yeah, now that would suck. 3 hours to work and 3 hours home. I know Pete goes through. Pete, he lives in Yonkers area, and I know a few times a week he can drive, but other few times a week he takes the train, and he's expressed to me how he's on the train for a while. Like I said, I got up and I missed Mark's live show, so hopefully some of you guys got a chance to get in it. I think I'm gonna do some light spot putty on a few spots. We got that working. We got that rear bumper working. Alright, this. Like I said, we did a lot of work to this hood. Yeah, Nason, that's what a lot of mine are covered in. Um, Cash. It's cheap and it flows. I've gotten good luck with it. I know some modelers, they don't see the value in the price Cash, but once you have a finished model in 2K clear, man, you don't want to go back to the can at all. we added in this part of the resin hood, so I'm cleaning it up before we throw in any filler. Like I said, today the filler we're going to use today, we are just going to use a spot putty. So, but I don't use Bondo spot putty, guys. I use Kimby. Just cleaning up under the hood. I don't know yet which motor I'm going to put in here, but I was thinking about keeping it all small 4-cylinder. You know, on Pete's we went with the GTR motor on the Bananas, and I was thinking on the Carbon Signal we would go with Skyline R33 motor. So I kind of don't know what I want to do just yet with. Flatten this out just a little bit, just to make this my own just a little bit. Yep. Don't get me wrong, guys. I've seen tons of show-winning models built using rattle can. Just something I choose not to. I could never use it. Hell, one of our good friends, Eddie Alvarez, you guys might know him through the Lay It Low page as Marinade. That dude can pattern with rattle can. Just something I could never do. Which right now Eddie and them are at Las Vegas. They're having a big lowrider showdown this weekend. Cadillac Fest is coming up too. So I know there's David Champion and them are going to that. If you guys don't follow Chopper on Facebook, Ted Lear, you need to go check out. He started a 2018 Mustang wagon based off the 2015 one I did 2 years ago. So that's pretty exciting to see somebody I look up to building something that I've done. Sorry guys, I'm trying to concentrate. I'm opening up these louvers in the hood so that we can actually see through them. So Joel over at Iceman Collections, he did a review yesterday of Mishi's Eleanor kit. I've seen a few other ones. Mishi sold out quick on the Eleanor kits, so he plans on to redo some of them. But inside Joel's review, Joel shared with them that his roof is damaged and it's pretty it's pretty flexible. So I know for a fact that when we did our review of Mishi's Nissan GTR wagon, Mishi listened and went back and redesigned the wagon before he sold it again. Um, that's great customer service. Joel spoke highly of Mishi's Shelby, other than the roof being misshaped. But I've seen some other reviews on it, and their roofs ain't bad. And that's just one thing about resin. It depends upon the temperature and, you know, in the way, just sometimes you can't help. You can't help it. Like, Joel's is really deformed, but someone else's looks perfect without any issues. And that's just, like Joel said it, with Joel having experience in resin casting, Joel said it looks like maybe with his cast the resin didn't get mixed all the way. And instead of, Joel could have easily threw a fit and say that he got a piece of useless resin, and then badmouth um, USCP, and just, but he didn't. He took in with experience on, how to deal with resin. He took in experience, and sometimes in the hobby, instead of somebody giving something a chance, they instantly go out there and start flagging or bad mouthing or whatnot. But I tell you this, Mishi, he'll support his customer base. Um, there are some things that we do as builders that damage products ourselves. Oh shit! Just like that, and I went too quick. And so sometimes, you know, if I contacted Chris Hills right now and said, hey, I just got the C1 Hazuka kit and the hood is broken down the middle, well, he's going to know that, he sent his kits out after being verified, that there'd be no way the hood would be broke straight down the middle, because he knows what he did to, when he's packing these, and that it has to be, my issue. He could easily say, okay, I'll refund the hood. I mean, I'll send you a hood to replace it. Or he can easily say, well, give me $3 or $5 or however much he thinks it's going to cost in materials. He doesn't have to replace the hood because it was my fault. You know what I mean? It was my negligence that did it. I know I was trying to get with Mishi to replace some wheels for another modeler I know, and Mishi said I can't just replace one wheel, but if you order something else, I will send a wheel with your order. That's pretty acceptable. It's just we haven't ordered nothing from him yet. I gouged the hell out of that hood. I missed the mark, guys. But to me, Mishi, Chris Hales, they are two different style of resin casters. They both have a different system, both coming from two different parts of the world, but they both have respect for the hobby and are great about taking care of customers. Love to hear your guys' feedback when you guys have their products. And with us purchasing our own stuff and them not giving us anything, we tell you guys the real truth. We don't, we're not paid to say, hey, look, I'm going to send you, this and promote it the best you can. They both want to hear, positive and negative, especially from builders that actually are using their product and not just collecting, because it can look like one thing in the box and be totally useless when you start working with it. For somebody to come out and say, well, I got this C1 kit, I got this 81 kit, and I got this hobby design kit, here's what I see, this, that, and the other. And if you're going to, throw somebody's build under the bus, you better have experience working with it, you know. Well, that's my point of view anyway. I guess you guys are free to do whatever the heck you want, really, but my point of view is, if I'm going to go out there and bash Revell's Mustang over Monogram's Mustang, to me, I should have the experience of working with both before I go out there and start punishing one. Right now, guys, we're going to use this Kimby spot putty. I like it a bit better than, well, I like it a lot better than Bondo spot putty. I know Cash uses nothing but real automotive stuff too. Just coming from the auto field, we like to use stuff we know we're used to using. You know, and there's people that ask questions like, well, I've heard, you know, this, that, and the other about a company or a model builder or what have you guys. And like I've said it before, don't take my word on something. I'm going to give you my opinion based on my experience. Take the time to make an educated decision. All I'm giving you guys is suggestions on, you know, a method to use or a product to use. It's up to you guys to make the decision. I don't want to influence you guys in any way. I want to be a positive influence on modeling, and I don't want to scare you guys in a direction based solely on, you know, because Minnie said so. Hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say. Trying to fill in some gaps and stuff. Kind of lost all that right there. It's getting hard already. That's what I like about that Kimba. I'll put this on here and probably be done with the video for today. I'll let this stuff set up, and we'll let this stuff set up, and I'll get back to doing what I need to do before I lay back down. This right here is a great little spot putty though. Cheap. It's worked well with all my paints and thinners that I use. Oh, you didn't miss it, Mark. Hey, thank you for all your kind words you said this morning in your live show. I missed it. I went back and watched it. I think you did a nice save on that escort. Your patience is definitely improving. I remember watching other videos of yours, Mark, when you would get upset. You know, shit was hitting the bin, and you know, you fixed the escort even though little things were breaking as you were doing it. You kept your cool. Um, Mark, you kept your cool. I didn't hear very many cuss words. I didn't hear Angela holler at you. uh, I think you did. I think you did a great job on this morning's video, buddy. Guys, if you guys are into any kind of armor building, um, Mark is about to start um, a Russian build. He's encouraged you guys to get involved in. There is going to be some awards given. Go to Sprue Surgeon's page and follow what he is what his guidelines are for that. I know our friend Dustin Hinterland, he likes some of the early Russian armor. So hopefully he'll get in there with you, Mark. Oh, yeah. I'm just putting some filler in right now, Mark. I'm using this Kimby spot putty. See if I can't get the name flattened out for you guys. Russian aircraft, yeah. Mark, I've been there. I'm telling these guys here a minute ago how to be cautious and be aware of the product you're using, and damn knife slips, and I gouged the hell out of a piece of resin that I'm sitting over here trying to detail up. So it happens to all of us, brother. It happens to all of us. Put that right there like that. That should feel not the camera view again, am I? It was brought to my attention that sometimes me working out a camera view is a bit boring for you guys. We did some, there's body back here was already damaged because of the person who started. This right here was basically a parts kit that seemed to fell together for me. So I just keep working on it. We'll let all this stuff get set up in there. Let me see. One thing about spot putty, this stuff right here, it's good, but it dries quick, so it won't be quick enough to start working on here. I'll let it set up for a while and then I'll come back to it, but it sets up quick enough that you got to keep it fresh so it moves. No, this is way, John, my opinion, this is only my opinion, this is way better than the spot putty from Bondo. It doesn't shrink. It dries a lot quicker. It's classified as spot putty like the red putty, but it's not. I need to get, Gilbert is using the 3M spot putty, which I wanted to get, but at the time I wanted to try this, and so I'm just using this up because, you know, we already bought it. But Gilbert's using the better of the three, or I should say the best of the three. If you can afford it, get the 3M. Okay. Got that. See how it's dry? I can move it, but it's still soft where it leaves a fingerprint. So, you know, we're going to leave that for a while. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and do just like I did everything else. Go ahead and mold this all the way around, just so we know that we got all the gaps. And just like the title says, it's a spot putty, guys. Don't use this putty to build stuff up and to create things. That's why you guys got Milliput for. You're going to have other body fillers that you can use for that. This looks like crap, guys, but it will sand out and be beautiful once we get it all working in together. Heck, I say we paint it just like this, don't even sand anything. And we build a junker. I'm going to do some more sanding on the front. I'm going to try to get that front a little lower. Well, guys, we put an hour in today. Hopefully you guys like that and enjoy that. Don't forget, there's still time to do the raffle tickets. $2 a piece. You guys are trying to win the purple Mustang with the motorcycle. There's still 2 forever tickets that for $20. We got, how many envelopes we got left? If you buy 10 tickets, you get a choice of an envelope. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. There's still 4 envelopes left. I forgot to add James Schultz. Gets a ticket. He gets an envelope. So we got Fast Eddie getting an envelope. Bill Edmond, James Schultz, David Goodwin, George Ramos, and Eric. They've all gotten an envelope. You buy 10 tickets, you get to pick an envelope at $2 a piece. In the envelopes are some forever tickets marked. There's a certificate for a set of custom wheels from Steve Zimmerman. There's some photo etch in there. There's some shop cards, some stickers, and just some other just little bitty stuff that's in there. A forever ticket, guys, is $20, but it stays in all the ticket draws until it is pulled. And we actually have 2 of those left at $20, or you can buy a ticket for $2. And if you buy 10 tickets, you get to pick an envelope. And then we'll open these all up. We're going to give the car, we're going to give the build away on, I'm aiming for Wednesday. Tuesday, I don't know how hectic things are going to be Tuesday. So, we're also going to draw for some parts. We got a box of motor parts. We got a kit here. We're going to shake them all up. And then see, just shake them all up. Then we'll open it up and we'll pull one out. Like I said, you guys can PayPal Scaled World Weekly at yahoo.com. It'll be right here. You just put on their Mustang ticket. I don't know if Butch has gotten the Camaro build yet, but I know our friend Punch in Ireland has gotten his box already, and I sent them both on the same day. So hopefully Butch has gotten his, and man, I'm tired, fellas. You guys have a great day. I'm out of here. I'm gonna go take me a nap. Thanks, guys, for joining. Thank you guys for supporting me and what I do. Again, Mark, thanks for the kind words this morning during your video. Hope that Escort comes together for you. And if you get too frustrated with it, put it in the post. I'll use it, bud. Don't shit can it, and don't let it hit the floor or the wall, or you know. You guys have a great day. This is Minnie, and I'm out. Yeah, Mark, the forever ticket stay in there until it's won. Pat, I get the filler from a regular automotive place that would sell, that's designated for body shops. Um, yeah, you can go to eBay maybe, Pat. Check that out. I don't know, Mark. I've never tried to thin this. Thanks, Ray. Guys, I'm just going back through there. Ray said I was doing a nice job. I just want to let him know I read his comment. Sometimes, um, when we have a good viewers and you guys talk amongst yourself, sometimes I overlook some of your guys' comments. I don't mean to be rude. Sometimes I get focused into the project like you guys see me do today, and then I don't actually get a chance to answer questions. Um, so what I'm lucky with now is YouTube actually let post the comments, so I can go back later on and reply to you guys. Um, so you guys have a great day. I'll let this set up over the weekend, and I'll come back next week and we'll work on it for a little bit and see where we go. Um, Pete had made the comment about this making it to the New Jersey show. I don't know. I won't be able to get. If I focus on it, I think I can get it done. There's a lot more to do than you guys can see. I know that. So, with that being said, guys, I hope you guys have a great day. This is Minnie, and I'm out.